Hi, and welcome to another tutorial video on RueShare. In this video, we're going to cover how to make a reservation to an existing production. There's two different ways of how to do it in the member side of RueShare, but for the sake of user friendliness and ease, I'm just going to cover one particular way, which is pretty straightforward compared to the other one. So let's go ahead and get started. As I covered in the intro video, under my productions, you can see every production that you're a part of, whether you are the producer or a crew member on. To make a reservation, all you need to do for your production is click on the hyperlink of the name of the production. So over here, I'm hovering over Swords and Lasers. Now in this new window, you're going to see some more specific information about this production. So Swords and Lasers, a description for it, who's the producer, I'm the producer, series, that's the type, etc., etc. You have some extra subtabs here at the top: reservations, base assets, crew, etc. I'll be covering the rest of these in other videos. In this one, we're just going to click on reservations, and now a new window pops up. Generally, if you have other approved reservations, they would show up here, that are upcoming. Let's say, for example, you had a upcoming checkout 2 weeks from today, and just on standby. You would see those here because right here it says show active reservations only, but for right now there's no reservations. So let's go ahead and create one. There are two buttons that you'll see: add reservation. It doesn't matter which one you click on, just go ahead and click on one of them. So you'll see a new pop-up window, and this is the general layout. Here at the top you'll see the start time. That's basically the start of your checkout, and the end time is when you're expected to bring it back in. So please keep in mind the CMAC policy of, if it's Monday through Friday, it's going to be 48-hour checkout. If it's a weekend, from Friday to Monday, it's 72 hours. So for example, you check it out Monday, you bring it in Wednesday. If you check it out Friday, you bring it back Monday. Here in the middle, on to the left, are different subtabs. So if you're looking to check out a piece of gear, specifically like a camera, a tripod, a microphone, etc., make sure you have the equipment tab selected. If you're looking to reserve a private edit bay or a specific room in CMAC, you will click on facilities, and then those respective results will appear. Packages and base configuration, I'll cover those in a different video. What you mostly need to worry about is equipment and facilities. Off to the right, under assign to, this is where you can select specific crew members of your project. You can assign that item to a particular member. So for example, if I want to assign an edit bay to myself, I could. If there's multiple crew members under here, I can say, well, I want to assign one camera per person. So make sure you select each person individually and then click on the item, but more on that a little bit later. On the bottom of the window, you'll see a bunch of items. Like I said in the intro video, you can always filter out results. So if I want to look up tripods, I just simply need to type in tripod and the respective results will appear. Now let's go ahead and start making a reservation. The most trickiest part is setting the start and the end time. All you need to do is click on that respective section. So again, start time or end time. So for start time, let's say I want to make a reservation for today, March 27th. It's already highlighted in blue. And checkout time would be, let's say 6 p.m. or maybe 7 p.m. Now, keep in mind, if it says invalid date range, it's because the start and the end time is the same. This will change once I fix that. So start time today, March 27th at 7 p.m. End time, let's say Friday by 6 p.m. I can scroll up by hitting the arrows, or with the mouse wheel, I can go up and down, whichever is more convenient for you. So I will say 5:45 as the return time 2 days from now. RueShare is looking up the respective results based on what's available. Search results are in green. So now I can start adding items to, quote, my cart. I'm interested in, let's say, checking out a Sony EA50 #1. RueShare is processing that request. It kind of bugs out when it does that. I'm not sure why RueShare does that. I think it's just a parameter it's doing just to make sure that's what you want to check. So if it unchecks, just check it again. So I'm going to fix that right now. Sony EA50 #1. I'm going to scroll down here to the bottom. I'm going to hit request. It's green. It's going through. And to confirm that, if you scroll back to the top here in the background, you'll see it's been added to reservation. Now I want to check out a tripod. So I'm going to look up a tripod. RueShare is going to look for that, and everything during this time period is going to show up. So now it's a much smaller selection. So Sattler number 2 gives you a description that these tripod Sattlers are meant for Sony EA50 cameras. The Manfrottos are meant for the X70 cameras, so keep that in mind. These Manfrottos will generally work as well for the Canon C100 and the M50 and some other ones. If you still have any questions on my tripods, please speak to someone on staff. But anyway, tripod number 2 for Sattler, I'm going to request that, and I can keep adding more and more to my cart. And let's say I'm finally done, I got everything I want, I'm going to hit OK. So now back to the original window. This does not mean that the reservation is good, like this item is reserved under your name. If you notice off to the right of the screen under status, you'll see requested. What this means is that someone on staff has to look at the system and they'll see pending reservation for approval. So someone on staff, such as myself, will get the notification and will approve it based on first come, first serve. So make sure to check back periodically to see if the status has changed from requested to approved. That's how you'll be notified. Or you can always call or email staff to double check on the status of your reservation. Another thing to keep in mind right here, SERT, this is short for certified. If it says no, that most likely means that's most likely due to that you haven't taken the respective workshop. So let's say it's a Sony camera. If it says no, it's because you haven't taken field production. If you say no, then that means you have not taken that workshop and you need to speak to someone on staff to either sign up for the field production workshop or other workshop, or speak to our training coordinator, Kyle, to meet with him one-on-one to get certified a little bit faster. So you cannot use equipment that you're not certified for, so please keep that in mind. But anyway, that's the tutorial on how to make a reservation for a project. If you have any other questions or concerns, please give us a call at the front desk or email us at info@cmac.tv. Thanks.